So the way the whole thing got started, Kyle had come to me with a card that he had made, and he wanted his whole class to, or our whole class to sign it. And so I thought that instead of just sending one card, that I could get the whole third grade to make cards and send them to his entire unit where he's located. And so that is what we did. And then after Christmas, when we came back from break, Kyle's dad had contacted Kyle and wanted to know if he could FaceTime us or Skype us, because he wanted to have the opportunity to thank the kids, because it had meant so much to him that we had taken the time to do that. So that's where the whole thing had come from.
Hello. Hi. How are you guys doing today? Good. My name is Specialist Todd Cooper. I'm Kyle Cooper's dad, which he's wearing his red shirt today. I can see him. As far as what I do, I'm a combat medic for the Army. So all the soldiers that are either hurt or maybe they're having sore muscles or anything from hurt feet to their teeth are bothering them, they come see me first. And then I decide whether or not they need to go see a doctor or not. So I'm kind of like a nurse for the most part. So when you go to the hospital and you see the nurse first, that's who I am. I'm also, the second part of my job is I'm a line medic, so it means I go out with a field artillery unit, so they go shoot rockets and stuff, and I provide all the medical support for that unit. Other than that, after our duty day is done, we get to kind of do whatever we want, like we were like being at home. I can show you around the building that I'm in. Here, let me see if I can reverse the camera. Alright, so this is like we have some TVs over here, and then we have chairs. Sorry if I'm moving too fast. And then we have a stage up here that sometimes like we do karaoke and stuff at. And then we have ping pong here. And then if you can see way in the back, I don't know if you can see it or not, but there's weight equipment so we can stay in shape. And then we have a popcorn machine. Sorry, I'm turning it back around for you. So we get to do quite a lot in our downtime. We're not always down, but we get to have fun, so we're not always busy working. So what are some of the questions you guys may have?
Jason?
Okay, we're going to have some students come up and ask some questions.
Do you like it there?
It's pretty nice here, to be honest. I'm on an Air Force base, so it's well taken care of, and we have pretty good food. So it's not too bad, It's more or less like being at home right at the moment. Just working on a regular base like Selfridge Air National Guard base or any of the bases around there.
How many people are in your unit?
The unit that I'm attached to, there's 66 of us that came here. But on this space, there's, I don't know, probably 800 to 1,000, I'm guessing, somewhere in there. But in my platoon, which is what I'm attached to, there's about 15 to 30 guys, depending on the day.
How many female soldiers are there?
How many female soldiers are there here or in my unit? I'll answer both questions. How about that? There's probably 10 or so females in my unit out of the 66. and there's probably 300 or so on the base, or thereabouts.
Is it hard being a medic?
Is it hard being a medic? Well, the hard part is actually getting over your fear of needles and seeing blood and that kind of thing, because your job is to help people, so you can't be afraid to do that when the time comes. So yeah, at first it was real hard because, you know, you have to get over the fear of sticking a needle in somebody's arm, but after that it was okay.
Is there a special rank that they call you?
I'm a specialist. I don't know if you can see, I'll try to hold it up here, get my cord out of the way. Do you see it? It looks like a baseball field.
Yeah.
The black?
Yes.
Okay. So that's the specialist rank. I lost rank when I came over from the Air Force. It was my personal choice to lose rank. I went from getting promoted to E6 down to an E4. So that's what I am now.
Where exactly are you guys?
Well, I can't give the exact location. Originally I was slated to go to UAE, but that changed and I'm in a different location. But we're in the Middle East. How's that sound?
Do you have to wear uniforms?
Yep, actually I have it on right now. And then we have PT clothes that are a little different. That's like a t-shirt and a pair of shorts. That's what we work out in. But then in our downtime, when we're not working, we can be in civilian clothes like it would be at home.
Is the food good? And what kind of food do you have?
Well, just a little history on the Middle East. They don't eat pork here,
Oh.
so they won't cook it either. So even though they're not eating the food, they don't make us pork for breakfast or any other meal. So like bacon and sausage, it's all beef. So we have like beef bacon. They don't even have turkey bacon, so it's it's not as good.
Doesn't sound as good.
But the food's not bad. We do get, you know, fish on a regular occasion, or one night a week on Saturdays we get crab and steak for dinner, which is awesome. Yep, steak.
Don't you still What is the weather like there?
The weather is pretty nice. On the average day, it depends on the day, but I would say this week the high was 66, and during the day, and 57 for the low during the day, and then at night it gets down normally around the low 40s, and 37 was the low for the week.
What's an MRE?
What's an MRE? The initials stand for meals ready to eat. So it's basically a bagged meal. So it has different things in the meal. Like for instance, you might get chili in the meal, and there would be a piece of cornbread and like Skittles maybe if you're lucky, or Reese's Pieces, and then they'll give you bread and peanut butter.
What kind of gun did you have?
Well, it changes throughout each deployment that I've been on, but the first deployment I had an M16, which is basically like, if you've seen an AR-15, that's pretty similar. And then, this deployment, I have a 9mm handgun.
What do you do there?
What do I do there? Well, we have a BAS, which is a base aid station. So that would be like our hospital, which is just a couple tents. Let me see, I might be able to show you here if I don't lose Wi-Fi signal. Sorry, I'm walking. So if you can see right here, that's the ambulance, and then we have the BAS is right there. So, and you can see the Red Cross on it. That's our indication, so we know where the building is, and it also protects us if we're to get attacked by a NATO nation, which is North American Treaty Organization, and so the Red Cross is a protection, so they can't attack us if it's one of those countries.
What is it like being in the U.S. Army?
It's different. It's a sacrifice, and Kyle might be able to give you a better explanation of what it's like, because a lot of times I have to leave him and go overseas or go on training. This year alone, I've been gone. Well, this year I'll be gone for the whole year, pretty much. I'll get back to like October time frame. And this last year I spent 4 months on active duty orders. So even though I'm guard, I spend a lot of time away from home. So the training is fun, and you learn a lot of stuff, and you get to experience a lot of things in the world, and you get to meet a lot of different people. But at the same time, it's hard on your family and hard on yourself to not be there.
Have you ever got hurt?
Have I ever got hurt? Never hurt to the point that I needed to have surgery or any of those kind of things. The only injuries that I happen to me are like rolling my ankle or hurt back, sore muscles, those kind of things. But no, I've never been shot or any of that kind of stuff.
Do you have any pets?
Do we have any pets? Actually, it's interesting that you asked that question. The Air Force guys that are here, they have service dogs. So their dogs can do quite a few different things. Like some of them can sniff out bombs. So like they can smell the explosives, and then other dogs can they can use to like search buildings and attack people. So like have you ever seen the dog videos on like for cops and that kind of thing when the dog goes and attacks a person? No, you haven't? Oh, I'll have to when I get back, maybe I can find the video of me having a bite suit on and getting attacked by the dog. So and Kyle can bring it in and show you guys.
What time do you guys wake up?
Well, that varies every day. Like this morning, it was right around 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock is 0500 our time. So it's just a different way of saying it. Do you know what military time is?
Yes.
Awesome. So there's 24 hours in a day, right? So at 1 o'clock, when it switches over from noon to 1 o'clock, it goes to 1300.
Where do you sleep?
Where do we sleep? Thank you very much. I got mail, guys.
Yay.
Speaking of mail, I wanted to take a minute to thank you guys for all the cards you guys made me. I did get them, and I really appreciate it. Okay. Some of you guys are very talented drawers. So where I sleep is, we have, you know, the BAS tents that I showed you with the crosses on them? Okay, they look kind of like that. They're called Alaskan shelter tents. And we have tents that are set up all in rows, and I stay in one of those. So we have a little area that might be 10 foot by probably 10 by 10, that might be our personal area. There's eight people that sleep in each tent.
So we saved our best for last.
Uh-oh. Here's trouble.
Do you like your bed?
Do I like my bed? Actually, you know what? We're pretty lucky. We got brand new mattresses because Tent City here was just set up right before I got here. So they're actually really nice beds. I was surprised. On some of the deployments I've been on. What'd you say?
I remember you complaining about your cot.
Yeah, depending on the deployment we go on, sometimes we had to sleep on those cots, which are really hard, like canvas cots. So they're not very comfortable, but after all day, it's a place to lay down. Love you, buddy.
That was our last question. And just so you know, I wanted to let you know how this whole Christmas card thing came about.
Okay.
Kyle had brought a card up to me that he was making for you, and he wanted to have the whole class sign it. So instead of having one card, I thought, why not get the whole 3rd grade to make cards for your whole unit? So that's why you had an abundance of cards from us in order to share with everybody over there.
Well, I appreciate it. Thank you very much, guys. It was really nice. And thanks for letting me watch the Pledge of Allegiance. That was nice too.
Well, we appreciate everything that you're doing over there for us and being over there for us. And it means a lot having Kyle in our class and being able to share you with us too. So that really means a lot to us. So thank you for that.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it, guys, and be good, okay? All right, we'll talk to you guys later. Love you, Kyle.
Love you too.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for meeting with us.
No problem. Thank you.
That's 27 minutes.